We're kind of lost. We've been knocking around some doors.
Your physiotherapist is late. It's not a good sign.
Second time we're on the road today. A bunch of traffic.
Sent out your referral already to SHIELD, which is the POTS rehab program.
I messed up. Receptionist came to us and he's like, can I see that email again? I have really good news about my POTS, actually about the specialist that I saw. I was on that wait list for a year and a half. I saw a cardiologist that specializes in dysautonomia and POTS, and I waited a year and a half to see that specialist. If you have been following me for a while and you watched my Vlogmas of 2022, you will have seen that I was in the process of filling out the intake form for that specialist, and it was like 30 pages long of your medical history that you had to fill out. And then my husband personally drove all this paperwork, this package, to the hospital and dropped off at the reception, and they lost my package. They could not find my package. I was super stressed because there's very detailed information. It had pictures, anyways. I was a little bit stressed out, but I was about to start filling it all out again, and then the admin person called me and said, we found it! And I'm like, oh my goodness, thank God they found this. That was in December. And we are now in April, and I just got my appointment. So I had my appointment a few days ago. To be honest, it was one of the best doctor specialist appointments I've ever had. That appointment lasted an hour long, and I felt listened to. I felt that the doctor really explained his thoughts and what the plan was. We had like a clear plan of what we were going to do. And there's a few things that he wants to do. He does want to run a few more tests. He wants to do like a 24-hour urine collection. I'm not quite sure what they're testing, but I have heard of this test before. I think it's related to the mast cells, but this cardiologist, Dr. Guzman, works very closely with Dr. Vadas, which is the immunologist that specializes in mast cells. So I do feel that they really have a good understanding, or at least are trying to have a really good understanding of how those two diseases connect. There's some other blood work I think he wants to do, but as far as treatment for the POTS, there are 3 steps that he wants to do. One is he wants to start weekly infusions to help with my blood volume. I have a really hard time drinking fluids because of my stomach, and I think that contributes to chronic dehydration, which makes POTS a lot worse. Second, he does want to try a couple of medications. One is to raise your blood pressure, and the other one is to lower the heart rate. And well, hopefully I won't have like major reactions as I've had in the past to absolutely everything that I have tried. But we're gonna try. We'll see how that goes. And then third, he wants me to do a physio exercise program in a clinic, in a physiotherapy clinic, and they do it specially for POTS. You start very gradually with exercises where you are in a recumbent position, and then you gradually sort of increase the intensity of the exercise, as well as trying to get you more upright and eventually exercising in a more upright position. So yeah, he wants me to do that. So that is exciting. Although right now I feel like I am so fatigued from the infection that I had and the inflammation that I had. If you haven't been watching my vlogs and you want to find out what I'm talking about, you can watch this vlog over here, where I just basically tell you what happened. But he made all these plans, and I have all this information in an app. The hospital has this app where patients can log in and they can see everything that was ordered and their results and the notes of their appointments. So that's a fantastic system, it really helps you be involved in your care and also helps you identify gaps and, see what is missing and, what you need to follow up on. But it also gives all the other doctors access. So I find that it really helps everybody work together rather than, each in their own little corner with their own little tests and nobody talks to each other, which I think is one of the major issues with healthcare. We just view each system of the body independently, and then each doctor takes care of just one body system and they prescribe medications and treatments, and then somebody else does something different and they don't really communicate and they don't really know how one affects the other. I'm gonna call the administrator, the secretary, and then ask her how do I get the prescription, because I can see what the doctor wants me to take, but it has not been sent to a pharmacy. So I just need a little bit more information on how that system works. So let's just call.
Dr. Guzman, Dr. Panger's office?
Hi, this is Daniela speaking. I had my first appointment with Dr. Guzman, I think it was a couple of weeks ago. And there were some plans made for medications and treatments, but I'm not quite sure where we go from there because I didn't receive like a prescription or anything. So I just wanted...
Prescription would have been sent directly to your pharmacy.
Okay.
Sent out your referral already to SHIELD, which is the POTS rehab program in Burlington. Dr. Guzman may have spoken to you
Yes.
about. Okay. Do you have external benefits?
I do, yeah.
Okay, perfect. Because it does not get run by OHIP. And
Okay.
it will kind of go through your benefits in terms of what a physio would. But they'll contact you. I actually just sent all of those out this morning. I made everyone's referrals up all at once.
Amazing.
Yeah, Dr. Guzman, I think saw you on the 12th or 13th.
Okay.
Of April there. So I just sent all those ones out today. With some IV fluid therapy
Yes.
in the note arranged by your family physician.
Okay. And do you know if
they'll
that's
handle
covered by OHIP?
The IV therapy?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's OHIP covered, and it'll go through what's called CCAC, which is community care, where they will set you up with a home care nurse. Your family physician will have to send out a referral for that as well.
Okay. She is always so nice. She's so lovely. Okay, so I guess I just have to wait. The referral for the exercise program is being sent today, so they will contact me. I just need to follow up about the IV fluids because that has to be ordered by my family doctor. They are sending her a note to order it, so I don't know if I have to see her in person. I'll give the clinic a call and see what they say. And yeah, with the prescription, it was not sent and it was supposed to be sent. So that's why it's good for you to be always like on top of things and kind of like following up, because sometimes you just have to wait, but sometimes things get missed and you don't want to waste too much time when things got missed. You want to kind of be on top of it so that they can be addressed and corrected. Second time we're on the road today. In the morning, we went to Toronto for my ketamine infusion, and usually a 45-minute drive took us over an hour and a half because there was a bunch of like lane closures, and yeah, we just got a bunch of traffic and we were stuck in it. And then now heading to my first physio / exercise reconditioning program for POTS. And this is my very first appointment. This is my initial appointment after my specialist appointment with the Dysautonomia clinic. And we're stuck in traffic again. Second time in the day. Gotta love living around Toronto, the GTA. But I'm excited for this appointment, a little bit nervous too, because I have no idea what to expect. But I feel that I could really do with a little bit of help as far as getting in shape again. Because every time that I get sick or every time that I get into a flare and I spend a bunch of time in bed, then it's so hard to start again. I have to start very slowly and build, and usually involves a few flares along the way and soreness, and I always have to do it on my own, and it's like trial and error. And I'm hoping that this clinic will provide me with some guidance and put together like a personalized program for me based on how my body responds and what my issues are. So I'm super excited about that because summer is coming pretty soon. We're in spring already. I can't believe it's already May. And camping season is gonna start, and outdoor season, hiking, and I really want to be in shape for all those activities. So I think that this is perfect timing now because I'm starting to feel better from whatever thing I had back in April. And I think it's just time to get back up on the ladder. So hopefully I'll be able to film in there. I don't know. I'm gonna ask, see if I can film a little bit around. If not, then I'll tell you all about it later. We're kind of lost. We've been knocking around some doors and the units don't have numbers. So I have no idea. This is locked. Maybe here. Okay, this door is open. Oh! Found it. It's a gym.
No.
It is a gym.
No, this is physio.
Oh, it looks like a gym.
Because they have gym equipment.
But it has music.
Is that here he told us to come?
Well, he said a couple of chairs.
So, your physiotherapist is late. That's not a good sign.
Well, did you see the traffic? Do you want to tell what happened?
Gigantic waste of time.
No, you have to explain what happened, the context.
Well, it's next Monday.
I messed up. Okay, if this isn't the finest example of brain fog, I don't know what is. Because I had it written in my agenda May 1st, 5:30, and so we're waiting and waiting, and then he's like, that's not a good sign, your physiotherapist or whatever is not here yet. And I'm like, okay, well, I don't know, it's bad traffic, let's just sit and wait. And what time is it now? Half an hour later, the guy from the reception, because this is also like athletes, high performance gym, and the receptionist came to us and he's like, can I see that email again? And then when he said that, like immediately I'm like, oh no, did I do this again? Because it's not the first time that I mess up appointments. And usually I don't show up for appointments. And then people call me and I'm like, sorry. But at least we were a week earlier, which means I didn't leave somebody else waiting. So now we know where it is, and please don't let me forget.
Put it in your phone.
Yeah, I did put it on my phone, but I put the wrong date. So now I have to put the right date. Anyways, and it would have been so much better if it was next week, because we had the appointment this morning and it was just like a busy day, a lot going on. And I think I have something else next Monday too, so now I have to make sure that I don't have any conflicts. But anyways, yeah, do you guys have brain fog too? Okay, leave in the comments your finest brain fog moment. Let's see who wins.